Welcome back to another City Times broadcast of men's basketball. And tonight is the beginning of the playoffs. It is round 2 of the 3C2A South Regional here at Harry West Gym between 2 seed and PCAC champions, the SD City Knights, and they are going up against the visitors, the 15 seed Pasadena City Lancers. I am Joe Panek, and with me tonight, as usual, Vince Outlaw.
Joe, good to be here with you again.
Absolutely. The Knights begin their postseason at home tonight after a 24-4 record that earned them first round bye. The Lancers come in tonight coming off of a 72-65 comeback victory over LA Southwest back on Wednesday. The Knights have been dominating the competition of late, winning 8 consecutive games going back to mid-January. They won by an average of 26 points, and they did not win a game by less than 11. Vince, the Knights have looked unstoppable, but this is the playoffs. It's win or go home. The pressure is on. It's the highest it's been all year. How do the Knights continue the success? What should we be looking for and be worried about, especially as the Lancers come in here tonight?
Well, Joe, thanks, and it's great to be back here with you. I wrote a piece for SD City Times that talked about the last time that Coach Ryan Fraser of Pasadena was here in the gym. It was 2 years ago, and his Miracosta College team was playing the Knights in the championship. And they upset the number 4 seeded Knights at that time in a game that featured on the bench taking statistics 2 of the players for Pasadena that are here on the court today. So check that one out for a little bit of background. But tonight, the Lancers, 19-10, they're 4-7 on the road this year, whereas the Knights are 9-1 at home. So that gives a big advantage to the home team there. The Knights are on an 8-game streak. Lancers are on a 4-game streak. As you mentioned, they came off that victory, comeback victory. They were only leading that game for very few minutes of that game when they were the favorite in that game against LA Southwest. Some stats here. The Lancers shoot 5 more threes than the Knights per game. So we can expect tonight, and Coach Charlins in our preview of the game mentioned this, that they play a different kind of offense than the Knights do. Expect the Lancers to be looking from the outside, beyond the 3 arc, and driving it to the hole. That's what they do. They don't have traditional posts, as Coach Charlins explained. They will be looking to set screens up high, and instead of big men rolling to the hole, which the Knights do quite a bit, there will be a lot of what Coach called pick and pop, heading with those players getting out to the 3 and trying their luck that way. The Knights are going to really need to play some really good defense to not let them hit those threes and get comfortable here in Harry West Gym beyond the arc. Some players to look for: sophomores Miles Watkins leads the team in points, 18 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2.6 assists a game. He and Dean Abdur-Rahman were selected to the South Coast Conference North first team this year. So they're leading there. Abdur-Rahman, 12.9 points, 5 rebounds also. Freshman Dylan Swillis is their leading rebounder at 6 rebounds a game. He scores also almost 12 points a game. And then guard Shant Chener-Havorian. Both those two, Swillis and Chener-Havorian, were all SCC North, all honorable mentions. So those are a few of the players that the Knights are going to really need to be looking out for. We know the Knights have a high-powered offense, Joe, and they're just going to need to kind of play some good defense, and they should be able to come through with a W here tonight and continue on to the South Bracket Regional Final next week.
Well, and as the Knights, what has happened in the past week after winning the conference championship, KJ Bradley was named the PCAC Player of the Year, and they had 2 more first-team PCAC players. That was Alex Crawford and Al Green. And then they had a Is it Kiave Love was second team,
Yep.
and then I had a few honorable mentions in Dexter Stratton, Kenny Gonzalez, and Kevin Moore.
Yeah.
So the Knights boast their powerful roster, but as you said, pick and pop three-pointers. Got to be concerned about it tonight. The Knights are coming in with some more size, with a size advantage, but if everyone can shoot, it can really stretch the court.
Yeah, we really can't give out all those player honors without also acknowledging Coach Mitch Charlins, the Pacific Coast Athletic Conference Coach of the Year this year. So the Knights are pretty stacked that way, but as you said in the opener, Joe, it's the playoffs. It's survive and go forward or go home. So this is what's happening tonight here at Harry West Gym. Looking forward to it.
All right, if you want to read more and learn more about the SD City Knights, any sports, anything going on around campus, go to sdcitytimes.com. We'll be ready for the tip-off coming up next.
Go.
And here we are, ready for the tip-off of the 2024 3C2A Men's Basketball South Regional Round 2 Playoffs.
We've moved on, Joe.
We've moved on from the PCAC, and the Lancers win the tip. Vasquez with the ball underneath to Swillis, who goes up with it, gets blocked by Alex Crawford. But it's going to stay here with the Lancers.
That was a good sign for the Knights. If they can guard those drives without fouling, that'll be good.
Vasquez over to Abdurrahman, quickly over to Watkins. He's looking for some space over Kevin Moore, takes the fadeaway, no good, bounces off the rim. KJ Bradley with the rebound, and the Knights going the other way. Deep three from Bradley is not good. Rebound, Willis. Vasquez taking it over to Shanor Havorian. Misses the three, and now it's Al Green with the ball. Goes up with it, off the glass over Watkins, and it's good. First points of the game.
Putting the press on here, the Knights are.
Vasquez is able to break it. Shanor Havorian down underneath to Willis, but it's lost, and he picks it back up. Now, Abdurrahman over to Watkins. Five seconds on the shot clock. Shavar Havorian's got to do something with it. Finds a lane, gets past Kevin Moore, and gets the layup in.
Sweet turnaround or pivot there in the key by Shanor Havorian.
Crawford underneath. Heaves it across court to Green, who takes the three. No good. Lancers ball. As we mentioned before, Charlins is concerned or was going to focus on the Lancers scoring a lot from the outside or taking a lot of threes. Blocked by Crawford, but the Lancers scoop the ball back up. Shanor Havorian now has it. Concerned about their threes, 7 on the shot clock. And we've seen a couple here so far, but nothing has gone through. 2 seconds left. Goes up with an incredible basket. Kind of through Dexter Stratton.
Up and under him to get that up at the buzzer.
Green with the ball. Lost over the top. Crawford was looking for Stratton underneath the basket.
Yeah, and Stratton had his guy on his hip too. Could have had an easy two to the hole there. Crawford just couldn't make the connection that time. Back to that full court press.
Heaves it over. Shanor Havorian over to Vasquez, who drives right into the basket. Gets the shot and the foul. That's going to be a foul on Alex Crawford.
Vasquez
6-2.
Averages about 8 points a game, 73% from the line.
Trying to complete the three-point play here. And he does. That gives the Lancers a 7-2 lead early in the first. Bradley the ball, picks up his dribble, gets it down to Crawford, who fires it across court to Green, finds Kevin Moore in the corner, who takes the three, and he is short. Lancers pushing the pace back up.
That's putting it mildly, Joe.
There's Watkins, unable to complete the play, just short off the front iron, and now Green has it. Takes it all the way down, fires it across court to KJ. The ball was tipped on its way there. Kevin Moore takes another three from the point, and that's no good. But Dexter Stratton with the wonderful rebound, using his height and getting the putback.
The Knights should have a rebounding advantage tonight. It just depends on if they take advantage of that. And getting those second chance points is going to be something the Knights will hopefully be able to do tonight.
The ball bounced off of Green's foot, and he's going to come out. Love is going to come in. Lancers sticking with their starting five, and it looks like Cubitt is also going to come in for Alex Crawford, who has the lone foul of this game so far. Vasquez leading the offense of the Lancers right now. Chenor Havorian takes the three, no good, no call on the foul. And a technical on Chenor Havorian after he got bumped taking that three. Maybe possibly could have said something there.
I think it was a flop.
I see.
Yeah, I think he got called for a flop there on that, Joe. Have to admit, not knowing the JUCO rules, had no idea that a flop would result in a technical. So we'll maybe get some clarification from the refs on that.
There's Love shooting just one, and Knights keep the ball.
Almost a 90% free throw shooter, Kiave Love. That's the man you want in to shoot free throws.
He is their go-to when it comes to technicals and free throw opportunities. Bradley loses the ball, scooped up by Chenor Havorian, but he is fouled by Cubitt, kind of in a scramble there.
That's the second time I've seen the Knights not really react to a ball in front of them and get on the floor, although Cubitt did right there. But Bradley had a shot at that one, and I thought that Crawford had a shot at the one on the other end too. So I want to see a little bit of what that means.
It's the inbound. Vasquez with the ball.
Full court man-to-man pressure.
He's driving in on Cubitt, goes up with the layup, gets the roll and the foul. That's going to be two fouls on Cubitt now early, and Vasquez going to the line to finish the three-point play. Right there, that all the scoring on the night for him is a three-point play and not possibly a chance for another to put his team up 5. And he does. 73% from the line is Vasquez. The Knights now seeing a 5-point deficit starting here. There's Bradley driving into the basket, up and under in a beautiful attempt, but no good. Rolls out. Lancers with it.
Quite the acrobatic shot there, but no points out of it.
Chenor Havorian now with the ball after they almost threw it out of bounds there for a second. 12 on the shot clock. Underneath, Abdul Rahman, no good.
Good defense on that one by Stratton, just going straight up and then getting the rebound.
Bradley finds an open Cubitt who dunks right over Chenor Havorian. Wow. There's a whistle here. A poster from Cubitt over the much shorter Chenor Havorian. Vasquez with a quick layup, no good. Willis unable to come down with the rebound. Love pushing the ball back up the court. Going to be a big substitution for the Knights when they're ready. Love getting pushed almost to the backcourt there. Stratton, Cubitt in the corner, takes the open three, no good. Rebound Willis.
Can't say I've seen Cubitt shooting from that distance much this season.
Watkins with the ball, covered by Stratton. Goes up with it, and he's able to find some space there between the two bigs. We haven't seen Cubitt shoot from 3, but he does shoot 50%, so I don't know how many attempts he has there. Stratton gets the ball knocked out of his hands, scooped up by Abdur Rahman, who takes the transition 3, no good. Rebound Bradley. Knights ball once again.
Have we seen either team make a bucket outside of the paint?
I haven't. I don't think so. We have not seen a three-pointer for sure, but both teams have been taking them. 8 3 attempts so far by both teams total. It's Watkins with the ball. Cubitt on him. Fadeaway jumper in the corner, and he sinks it. This game starting a lot like last week. Very low field goal percentage for the Knights.
And Pasadena is playing to form, taking it to the hole.
Goes Bradley. Let's move to the basket, draws the foul.
First foul on the Lancers.
Green, Crawford, and Gonzalez come in for Bradley, Moore, and Stratton.
Our first look at Kenny Gonzalez today. Honorable mention, all PCAC.
It's Green with the ball. Loses it off his own foot, stolen away by the Lancers, but looks like not picked up by Alex Crawford. And once again, finally picked up by Al Green after a real fumble. There's Crawford with the 3 at the buzzer, and Cubitt goes up for the dunk. And finally, Keave Love recovers the offensive rebound and scores. Wow. There's an injured Lancer on the backcourt. After all of that, back and forth, the scrum for the ball. That was almost more like a football game there.
Yeah, that was quite a sequence there. With, again, the Knights look like committing a turnover there, and then getting the ball back, and a desperation from the corner by Crawford. What a follow by Cubitt. Too bad that one didn't go also, but then Keave Love cleaning up and getting it done. So yeah, a quick look at things. No one's hit anything from 3, so. So much for me talking about threes being important in the game, at least so far. 0 for 6 from behind the arc for City and 0 for 3 from Pasadena. Only 4 of 13 from the field for City at this point, and 3 team fouls already. A couple on Cubitt. A couple on Cubitt and 1 on Alex Crawford. So that's what we're looking at.
The Knights having trouble from the field, 4 of 13, 30.8% from the field, and having 3 turnovers to the Lancers 0.
So actually, probably not too bad just being down 5 at this point with that kind of output.
Pretty rare that you see the Knights trailing in the turnover category. They're often causing lots of turnovers, lots of steals.
Well, and Pasadena taking advantage of it. 6 points off of turnovers, 6 of their 9 off of turnovers. So that's something that Coach Charlins is going to be looking for. And like I said, I have to say, I haven't seen the Knights, on the floor. I don't think they've had to, a lot previously. They get a lot of hands on the ball on defense, playing a real tight defense. But now I've seen a couple loose balls. Wonder if we're going to see any change in that.
Not going to begin to guess what the issue is here with the Lancer. Still waiting to see a number.
I thought it was Vasquez.
Yes, it is. And it looks to be the right shoulder or arm area, or the chest or abdomen, right side of the torso is what they're working on right now. He has had quite a good game so far with a couple three-point plays.
Yeah, making free throws, and he's a contributor for the Lancers.
The loss of Vasquez would be very significant for the...
Scores 8 points a game, dishes 5 assists. He's their assist leader, too. So that would be something to not have him available. He looks like he's in a lot of pain as he gets helped up. Either rib, shoulder. That's interesting to see the coaches conferring at the... Looked like Coach Frazier for the Lancers was indicating what happened to his player.
Well, we hope for a speedy recovery for Vasquez, but the players are back on the court, and the inbound from Abdur Rahman begins.
So Caden Fine is in now for Vasquez for Pasadena. First time we've seen him.
And it looks like Chenor Havorian will be at least taking the ball up there, which was what Vasquez had been doing so far this game. Watkins with the ball, kicks it out to Willis, who steps out of bounds right before he shot the ball. And so the Knights are going to get it, and I think that's going to be their first turnover of the evening, the Pasadena Lancers. There is Love now. Green making a move to the basket, takes the mid-range jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound. Watkins, who's going to take it back the other way. Chenor Havorian with the open three, no good. Rebound, Kenny Gonzalez. Poked away. Gonzalez is able to recover. Love with the ball. 20 on the shot clock. Green goes up with it, draws the foul. That looks like it's going to be Willis.
Green did a good job to get a foul on that one. He was way underneath the bucket when he went up.
Al Green, 75.9% from the line. PCAC first team.
Second team foul on the Lancers.
Green gets his first points of the game. Or, no, third point of the game, rather.
He had that drive earlier, but Joe, I still think we have not seen a field goal outside of the paint.
For the Knights. There was that fadeaway.
Oh, yes, that's right. Watkins fadeaway. Sweet fadeaway, too, at that.
Green gets two there, cuts the lead to three. Chenor Havorian barely gets the ball away. Fine nails the three.
Knights got lucky to not get a foul on that one. I thought that Chenor Havorian got bumped.
Although it led to that three-pointer, so maybe they got a little unlucky to not get a foul on that one. Kicks out to Green. In the corner to Kenny Gonzalez, who's open for three, and he takes it back. It looks like that was not a three from Fine earlier. That was a two-pointer. The score was 14, and they hit that shot, and it was only 16. So there's Watkins with the ball, covered by Moore, driving to the basket. Some contact, but is able to get the layup. No foul called. Is that a timeout on the Knights?
So yes, what we were talking about earlier, let's do a little refresh of the scoreboard for the 3C2A games that are being played tonight. One of the games we were watching was the Allen Hancock versus Santiago Canyon, which is the other side of the bracket that the Knights are in. And the winner of this game looks like they're going to play Allen Hancock next Saturday, the 9th. The Knights had played Hancock before, beat them in the home motors tourney, 78-67 back in November. But the Knights have a lot more to worry about here tonight.
It's more with the inbound. And Gonzalez is going to bring it up. We got Gonzalez, Moore, Love, Crawford, and Green on the court. Very tight defense from the Lancers across court to Love, open three, and it's good. The softest touch.
If the Knights can get Love open, that's a recipe for something good.
Knights cut the score down to 1. Open underneath, great block from Crawford. It looks to be shooken up, but he's getting across the court now. Here's Green with it, driving into the basket, making contact with Watkins, no foul called.
What a block by Alex Crawford, plus a second effort to poke the ball back into play into his teammate.
Chenor Havorian covered by Kenny Gonzalez now. The Knights taking the lead back for the first time since the first points of the game. Miss from Abdur Rahman, but offensive rebound for Lumpkin. Fires it over to Chenor Havorian, who unbelievably saves it and then loses the ball off of Alex Crawford, does Lumpkin. Shockingly, the Lancers still have the ball after some interesting pass attempts there. 9 seconds left. There's Lumpkin on the cut. He's able to recover his own ball. And after all of that, Charlins wants a timeout. There were about 4 turnover opportunities there for the Knights, and they were unable to capitalize on all of them. It ends with the Lancers regaining the lead after 30 seconds of play.
Yeah, that's I was kind of pointing out earlier, where there were opportunities that the Knights have had where the ball's been loose, they've gotten a hand on it, or the Lancers have done something, to make it in play, and the Knights just have not been able to grab those and take care of it.
But the Knights did complete the comeback that they were down, I want to say at the most 7 at one point, 14-7, and they clawed their way back and actually temporarily gained the lead there just before that last possession. So the Knights now are back within a score, and a good 3 from Love and some incredible play from Crawford on that defensive end.
Yeah, that block and tip, second effort to get that tip, amazing.
It's Al Green with the ball. Out to Gonzalez, who's driving into the basket. Stops his drive, kicks it back out to Love, who's going in with it. And he's looking for Crawford, can't find him, loses the ball. Willis going hard to the basket over Kevin Moore, and he gets the shot.
Pasadena's got a knack for those soft touches around the rim. How many of those balls that we've seen up there kind of bounce around and get in?
There's a tough shot as well. Green makes a good Euro step to the basket and draws the foul. With a free throw here, can tie it back up. Zal Green, Charlins was talking about him dealing with a little bit of something.
I think it was a quad. I think he mentioned a quad injury that he was nursing during practices this week.
And it was really affecting him against Miracosta last week. And looks to be playing with some fire tonight.
Yep. Got pulled out. Looks like some of his tape came off or something.
There's Fine with the ball. Driving into the basket on the smaller Kenny Gonzalez. Strong defense, but unable to stop him. Caden Fine gets the points. There's a quick pass up court to Kevin Moore, who finds an open cutting Dexter Stratton. Wow.
That's a little bit of what they tried to do on that last play, to get it to Crawford.
Great offensive synergy there between the two of them to put together a nice, easy basket for Stratton. It's fine. Screen. Driving into the basket, still covered by Gonzalez. And he travels.
I kind of thought he was going to get a foot shuffle travel the last time down, but wasn't called, and he got the basket. It's called that time. And Al Green looks like he's headed toward the training room.
Looks like he just needs to be rewrapped. Isn't moving with any issue. He'll be back out later, it seems. There's Love driving into the basket. A hard defense on him from Fine. Unable to score, though. Lancers with the ball.
Good defense to get back by the Knights.
Shanor Hovorian throws it up court, is unable to complete the pass to Miles Watkins.
Second turnover for the Lancers.
Smaller lineup in here for the Knights. Bradley going up against Willis, fires across court to Kevin Moore, who drives into the basket, kicks it out to Bradley, who takes the three, no good. Stratton unable to get the rebound. Watkins fights it away from him. Game all tied up here at 24, 6:25 remaining, 14 on the shot clock now. Pasadena looking for something. Watkins with the ball. Screen, takes the deep three. Air ball, no good. Knights ball.
Moore came kind of close to getting a finger on that, so I'm glad that was not called.
Kenny Gonzalez out. Alex Crawford in. Bradley to Stratton, looking for Crawford. Over to Love. Who's driving in. Finds his way to the basket and gets the foul, but is unable to score.
He negotiated almost the entire Lancers team to get to the bucket on that one. Great drive by Keave Love. And that's the man you want at the free throw line.
Green back out onto the bench. Love hits the shot, gives the Knights the lead. Love takes the second one and sinks it. 26-24. SD City Knights with the lead. Lancers with the ball. Continuing to attempt to trap here. Shanor wide open White, but he's unable to gather the ball. And that slows down and ruins his chances at a free dunk.
Knights got lucky on that one.
Shanor Hovorian now with the ball. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Driving underneath the basket, kicked out to Jalen White, who takes the three. Rebound from Dylan Willis, and now it's rebounded by Caden Fine, who does finally score.
And how did Caden Fine get that ball and get it up amongst all the bigs?
There's Bradley out to Love, who takes the three, no good. Long bounce. Shanor Hovorian gets it in stride, fires it up court to Jalen White, who has it but eventually steps out. He was very close to there. couple missed opportunities for White. The ball is fired up court, and he was open but unable to corral it and get the bucket. Yeah, the Knights catching some breaks there.
Yeah, the Knights have had some opportunities.
Alex Crawford with a sweet finger roll off the spin.
If the Knights can get the ball down there, they seem to be able to score pretty easily.
Shanor Havorian with the ball, setting up the offense, making some moves on Bradley, drives underneath, gets it off to Willis. And that double team from Crawford and Love gets a little too physical and ends up in a foul. It's going to be on
Keave Love, his first one.
Love and Green right now as the leading scorers, both on the court. A pass, almost eyes in the back of the head from Green to swat that ball away, and he has it going back the other way. Little contact there, loses it, is able to scoop it back up, finds KJ Bradley in the corner. Back out to Love, who finds Crawford over to Kevin Moore, pump fakes, takes the jumper and sinks it. 4-point lead for the Knights. And the bench is getting up, and it's getting wild and rowdy over here in Harry West Gym. Lancers moving the ball quickly around the three-point line. Watkins making some fancy moves that ends up in a short basket off the front iron, rebound Green. Love with it, drives right into the basket and gets the soft touch off the front iron and scores.
Knights are making a good move here, getting the ball down low, just taking it to the hole.
Starting to rumble in the audience now. Defense chants coming from the bench. Shanor Havorian down underneath to Willis, who makes some moves on Alex Crawford, but unable to finish. Heaves it down court to Kevin Moore. Crawford gets it in, dunks the ball. 8-point lead for the Knights. The home crowd is going wild, and the Lancers take a timeout.
What do we got there? About an 8-0 run or more there for the...
What a play by the Knights. I did not see who threw the ball over, who gave that deep pass to Kevin Moore.
Was that made the tip?
Was that KJ Bradley?
Yeah, they gave the assist on that one. Yes, that was KJ Bradley.
KJ Bradley heaved it up over the shoulder, and Kevin Moore gave that tip to a wide open Alex Crawford. And he does what he does best. Two hands to the rim. 8-point lead, Knights. 2:47 remaining here during this timeout. And we've seen a very different type of officiating in this game as we had seen in a lot of the PCAC matchups.
Yeah, the number of fouls is pretty amazing, and I'm all for it.
Yes, letting them play here. Been a lot of contact and not a lot of calls. I would say for almost all of the games that we have called here, the Knights and the opposing team both get into the double bonus in both halves.
The Knights have averaged 20 fouls a game, and the Lancers have averaged about 15 a game. So, yes, we've seen quite a few more. And one thing I'm going to note here, all of this is happening with KJ Bradley, no points.
But when we spoke to Charlins earlier, talking about KJ Bradley's role on this team, 41 points against Palomar, and kind of a pedestrian game, but still these flash highlight plays that he makes during some of these games. Mm-hmm. He can play multiple roles. He can score 40, and he can, just get 10 and some amazing assists and really make his impact. PCAC Player of the Year. The open three taken by the Lancers. That was Abdur Rahman. Rebound, Willis goes up with it, and he travels before he can get the ball off.
It almost looked like he stumbled on one of the Knights' shoes there, but that turned out fortuitously for the Knights.
KJ, screen from Crawford. Throws underneath Alex Crawford, who gets the dunk.
Crawford seems to be able to dunk wherever he's at. That ball was not thrown up, up and over the rim as usual, but was enough for him to be able to gather and extend those long arms.
Lancers out to Abdur Rahman.
The turnovers are mounting for Pasadena now. 7 turnovers after being 3-0 in turnovers to the Knights.
Be a travel there on the Knights, though.
Speaking of turnovers.
Earlier on this game, the Knights were losing and stuck with 3 turnovers, while the Lancers had 0. Now it's gone on 2 turnovers for the Knights to 7 turnovers for the Lancers since then. There's Willis with the ball, covered by Gonzalez, kicks it out to Abdur Rahman, who takes the 3, and he sinks it. And that was the first 3-pointer for the Lancers. After all the discussion we had with amongst ourselves and with the coach, it takes until a minute roughly left in the first half for the Lancers to get their first one. There's Kevin Moore with the ball, and then that's another travel. Back-to-back travels on Knight possessions here.
It's not quite the way you want to end a first half.
Under 1 minute remaining here in the first half. Knights up 36-29. Lancers running their offense. Duraman to Watkins, driving into the basket, into KJ Bradley, and he gets it. Cutting the lead down to 5, 37 remaining.
Boy, they run that action around the top with Watkins just flying toward the hole.
Lancers a shot for a 2-for-1 here, closing out the half. There goes Bradley to the basket. Goes up with an incredible spin over the rim. Wow.
Reverse layup spin on his way down.
Incredible front spin on it. 7 remaining on the clock. Running out of time here. Shanor Havorian kicks it out to Watkins with a wide open 3, and he nails it. And that's going to end the half here, with the Lancers starting to pick up steam towards the end of this. A couple bad turnovers on the travels by the Knights.
Yeah, the Knights really not taking very good care of the ball there. At the end of the half we're up 10, and the Lancers were able to take advantage of those turnovers and get some points, and then that 3 to end things there by Miles Watkins, all SSC first team, and their leading scorer. So it looks like we were going to see a little bit of something there from the Knights to kind of pull away and give themselves some room at halftime. But it's a 4-point game here at halftime, Joe. 38 for the Knights, 34 for the visitors. Let me just run down a few little stats here that we've got.
Well, first, it seems there's some significant action, something going on over across the way with
probably Vasquez.
Jalen Vasquez, who has some looks to be EMTs or something.
Being attended to by emergency personnel. Looks like he's on a stretcher.
but he is sitting upward. He is awake. It seems he's moving. He is not unconscious or anything like that, but our thoughts go out to him, and hopefully he is able to recover.
All right, well,
it looks like there is something, possibly something with his leg, but we would only just be guessing about any of that.
He was in quite a bit of pain when they were when he was going off the court. He wasn't really limping that much, but he was definitely being helped off the court and now being stretchered off the court by the EMTs. So, yeah, we wish the best for Jalen Vasquez, one of the starters for the Lancers. Okay, Joe, yeah, let's take a quick look at some of the first half stats. For Pasadena, leading scorer Miles Watkins. That's really not a surprise. He's got 11. Caden Fine, that is a surprise. 6 points for Caden Fine, coming in off the bench. Jalen Vasquez, before he got injured, had 6. Chenner of Orion, 4. Dean Abdurrahman, 3. And Dylan Swillis and Tijon Lumpkin, 2. For the Knights, Kiave Love with 10 points. Alex Crawford, 6. Al Green, 9. Dexter Stratton with 4. Kenny Gonzalez, 3. Dylan Cubitt, 2. And both Kevin Moore and KJ Bradley with 2 apiece. That's something that you don't see a ton of. Both of those players very proficient on the offensive end. Looking at the rebound story, the Pasadena had 16 rebounds, and the Knights had 15. 12 defensive rebounds for the Knights, only 3 offensive rebounds. 6 offensive rebounds for Pasadena and 10 defensive rebounds. Turnovers just about even. Yeah, points in the paint are just about even too. Points off turnovers. Pasadena's really, and that was one story of that first half, Joe. Pasadena really taking advantage of the Knights' turnovers. 1 point there. The Knights had either 2 or 3 turnovers in a row, and Pasadena converted them directly into points.
That is right. One big detail, if you're wondering what was going on in that first half, one way to describe it is Pasadena's largest lead, 7. The Knights' largest lead, 10. And it is currently a 4-point game with the Knights leading 38-34. So it shows the swing, the back and forth that we've seen so far this game. Both teams have been in a pretty commanding lead at one point and then losing it. Both of them losing each one of those big leads now with this closer game. The turnovers are often what can tell you how it goes, and it's a close game, 7-6. When the Knights were leading, they were getting turnovers. But those travels really bit them down the stretch which led that 10-point, which really evaporated that 10-point lead.
Yeah, that last 2 minutes, of the half, I think, is something that the Knights would really want to get back and try all over again.
And 3-pointers have not been the story.
They have not been the story for either team. 2 of 10 for the Knights, 2 of 9 for Pasadena. And that's, both of these teams have scored quite a few more. And I would suspect that both teams are probably going to heat up in that category in the second half. But I guess you never know, and that's why we play the game.
Or they have been the story, meaning that they're both missing.
Yeah, that is. There you go. The story is the lack of threes.
Well, you know where there's a lot of stories?
Tell me.
SDCityTimes.com. If you want to read some stories about the campus or the SD City Knights and SD City Sports, go to SDCityTimes.com. We'll be back with the second half coming up next. We are back on the court here for the second half. Al Green is going to inbound the ball to KJ Bradley. in the second half of the second round. 3C2A basketball South Regional begins. There's Kevin Moore going to the basket, and he gets the shot. Takes advantage of that shot opportunity. Good drive to the basket in traffic. And the Knights are going to continue to flash press, but back off if it doesn't seem, I guess, doesn't seem worth it.
Well, I think it's really just to slow them down a bit, not get them to, up at speed.
Out a wide open Abdur Rahman with the three, cutting the Knights' lead to 3. Couple three-pointers from him so far this evening.
That's got to be a set that the Knights have seen.
Is Al Green losing it and going up for the basket, trying to, seemed like he just kind of threw it away there.
Yeah, he kind of got bumped. A little bit of a bump there, but the refs are not calling those in this game.
Abdur Rahman throws it over Watkins' head, out of bounds. Be a turnover on the Lancers. Knights ball.
First turnover of the half.
Screen from Crawford. Fakes it now back to him underneath, drives underneath the basket, gets good positioning, and just takes the dunk. Seemed like one of those situations where he kind of stood there and said, oh, I'm right under the hoop. And then he just threw it down.
Good jump stop. Let the action happen around him.
KJ Bradley with a nice steal from Rahman. Crawford, another jump stop, same move, gets the positioning and scores it. Sorry there, Vince, go ahead.
Yeah, quick hands by Bradley down on one end, turning into points on the other by Alex Crawford.
Knights showing a couple really solid offensive possessions there, extending their lead to 7. Underneath to Willis, driving on Crawford. Makes a good fake underneath the basket, gets Crawford off his feet.
Yep, up and under. Got to be really disciplined on that if you're Alex Crawford.
Almost poked away there by Willis. Bradley able to hold on to it.
Bradley looking to make some noise here.
Makes a hard drive to the basket. Offensive foul, KJ Bradley.
He lowered his shoulder a bit. You make that kind of a little thing. Have to say that looked a little bit of frustration on KJ Bradley's part, clearing everybody out and then taking it to the hole.
Watkins with the ball off the screen, covered by Crawford. Picks up his dribble, kicks it back out to Willis. Decides against taking a 3, cuts in, covered by Crawford as well. Kicks it back out. That's going to be off of Alex Crawford. And it's the Lancers' ball.
Clock issues, I believe, is what they're looking at.
They returned it to 17:06. Inbound to Caden Fine, who's doing work on Stratton. Spins, good defense by Stratton, but finds an open Abdur Rahman, kind of alone underneath the basket.
Yeah, somebody lost. Yeah, that's what Coach Charlins is saying over there. Who had that guy?
That cuts the Knights' lead to 3. Bradley underneath to Green. He's kind of trapped there, kicks it out to Moore, who's able to save that. 10 seconds on the shot clock. He drives in, makes a spin, takes the jumper, and sinks it. Kevin Moore with a couple good baskets here in the second half.
Athleticism is trumping the some team play there.
Abdur Rahman with the ball, back out to Shenor Havorian. Poked away by KJ Bradley, and he's sprinting down the court all by himself. Left-handed layup is good. Big play from KJ. extending the Knights' lead to 7.
Again, making his contributions in other ways. Quick hands.
Gonna call a foul here on Bradley. Love is going to come in for Green.
I think that's going to be Bradley's second foul.
No one in foul trouble tonight so far.
KJ with 2, Dylan Cubitt with 2.
Miles Watkins with the nice move and open jumper, but unable to finish. There's Moore. One-on-one on Caden Fine, but help comes over, finds an open KJ Bradley in the corner, hits the 3. Big plays by KJ Bradley in the past few minutes. Bradley trying to steal the ball from Shneur Havorian there.
Yeah, he needs to.
Goes up with it, no good. Bradley with the rebound. He's going to push it back the other way. Kicks it over to Alex Crawford. Back to Bradley. Takes the 3, and it's good. KJ Bradley taking over and showing us why he is the PCAC Player of the Year.
It is pretty amazing when someone can take over a game like that. Extending the lead to 13.
It's Fine underneath to Willis. Back out to an open Abdul Rahman, and he sinks the 3.
Timeout for the Lancers.
Abdul Rahman has been finding himself in position and open for these threes, and he has been taking advantage of it. 3 for 5 from three-point land, and he is quite open when he takes the threes.
Yeah, those were, he's getting that shot up there at the top of the key, and you could see Coach Charlin say, what are you doing out there? Giving someone like that, the Knights really have been aware that the 3 is, something that the Lancers have got, and they have been showing it. But KJ Bradley, what KJ Bradley, what if 8 points in this second half already in the first 5 minutes of the second half, plus at least 2, maybe 3 caused turnovers with hands, quick hands, and then finding his teammates in some cases. Alex Crawford also a couple of really good plays there. And something that I haven't seen the Knights really do is try to drive that ball, and not drive, pass the ball into their posts. But it all seems like it's coming off of drives into the lane, and then either a dish or take it to the hole.
After that called charge, when Bradley asked for space for himself and said, let me play, he got that called charge and then came back out and scored 8 points.
Yep.
Steal, 2 threes, and that second one was quite a three-pointer. Not very open and pretty deep. It's Crawford with the ball at the free throw line, making some moves here on Willis. Gets it underneath to Stratton, who goes up with it, draws the foul, sending the 70% free throw shooter to the line.
That was just what I was talking about there, Joe, about them really trying to make some sort of posts play in there and take advantage of their height underneath. Both Stratton and Crawford taller than all of their players there.
Stratton gets the first one.
Really important for the Knights to come out of that Lancers timeout and get a bucket or 2.
Second shot is good. Extending the lead to 12, 14-01 in the second half of this playoff matchup. Knights continuing to show some light press, making sure that they don't get going too easily. There's Watkins cutting to the basket around Moore and gets the dunk. He exploded down that lane and got past Moore. Quick double team there after Bradley took that screen. Behind the back, kicks it over to Moore. Back out to Stratton, who takes the mid-range, in and out, no good. Rebound, Willis.
If Watkins gets a head of steam going to the basket, there's really no stopping him there.
Abdur-Rahman drives the basket, but before he takes the shot, he is fouled by Alex Crawford.
Crawford committing his second foul, and really just really obvious right in the view of the refs. Anytime that you push your arms out like that, the refs are going to give you a call. It's like that shoulder that we saw from KJ Bradley on the charge.
Fine, has his dribble picked up. Gonna have to move on from it. There's Love with the steal off the pass. Bring it up, he loses the ball after an attempted behind the back dribble. Now Caden Fine driving in on Keave Love, loses it, gets it back. Abdur-Rahman now. Making some moves, shoots it over Stratton, air ball. Knights ball.
Good defense by Stratton, trying to stay with Abdur-Rahman. He's got some moves. He's very quick, but Stratton playing straight up with him there. Got in his way, influence a shot. That's what your big man, that's what you want your big man to do. Get in the way.
It's KJ with the ball, now gives it to Al Green, who we haven't seen much of here in the second half. Green picks up his dribble, gets it over to Bradley. Screen from Crawford. Almost loses it. Finds some open space, takes the runner off the back glass, no good. There's gonna be a foul there. It's either gonna be on Green or Bradley. It's gonna be on Green.
Fourth team foul. That's something that the Knights don't want to get into, is into free throw shooting with Pasadena, although Pasadena's 68% free throw shooting as a team. KJ Bradley's third foul. That sends him to the bench.
Shanor Havorian to Watkins, who slips, and they're going to call the foul on Kenny Gonzalez. That really upset Charlins. He was looking for the travel there. Bradley's laying down on the sideline, getting stretched out.
Charlin's talking to the ref about the fouls called mismatch in this half, 5-1.
10 on the shot clock. At the point for Swillis. And that's another foul called on the Knights.
He got Stratton up in the air and took advantage of it.
The storm of fouls on this possession for the Knights, and finally it just really pushing Charlins over his temper right now. Cubitt comes in for Stratton, but we haven't seen in a while.
You know, I agree on that one where he slipped, but the other ones were just really kind of not very good fouls.
And there's the travel. All of that ends in a travel from Caden Fine. And the ball's going back to the Knights. 6-1 is the foul disparity now here in the second half with 11:15 remaining. Green fighting just to get across the half court, but he does. Now underneath, heaves it across court to Kenny Gonzalez. Drives in over to Love now. Keave Love finds some space, goes up with the shot, and is able to draw the foul on Abdur-Rahman.
Good job by Chiave Love to get his man up in the air and then take advantage of it. He didn't have a very good angle on that shot. He was at the backboard or even behind it, but got his man up in the air. And
Love can break a 3-way tie with a free throw here over with his teammates Bradley, KJ Bradley and Alex Crawford for leading scorer on the team at the moment. That was the first missed free throw of this game right there. Love missed them both.
Well, Joe, I don't think we've seen that all year. Chiave Love missing 2 free throws.
Almost a 90% free throw shooter.
Yeah.
There's Abdur Rahman finding some space, but kicks it back over to Swillis, and he gets called for the travel.
I wasn't going to say it while the ref was there, but a ton more whistles this half.
It's Green with the ball. Crawford finds Green, takes the mid-range, no good. And the Knights are getting a little cold here on the offensive end.
Green had a good look at a shot there.
Shanor Havorian now with the ball. The Knights had have missed a few opportunities now with that jumper as well as Love's free throws. The offensive foul on
Swillis, I believe.
Swillis.
Yeah, moving on that pick. It's not set enough and for long enough. A lot of times they set the pick, see their guy almost going by and anticipate moving, and then they're going to get called because they don't set the pick. Bradley back in the game with his third foul with 3 fouls. So
it's Al Green driving in, picks up his dribble, has to get rid of it. Finds Kenny Gonzalez, who drives right into the basket, goes up with a layup, no good. Cubitt goes up, gets the offensive rebound, and gets drawn up for the foul. Shooting 2 now.
Nice move to the rim by Kenny Gonzalez. Little shoulder fake. It got his man kind of moving, but couldn't convert it. But Cubitt got the rebound and fouled in the rebound attempt, the putback attempt.
Game has been stalled at a 10-point lead for the Knights for a little while here. Not much offense over the past few minutes.
I'm sure they'd like to score, but their defense has been pretty good against Pasadena, keeping them from scoring also.
Cubitt breaks that little drought there with the free throw.
Cubitt, a 71% free throw shooter. A couple fouls early in the game kind of took him out of action, but he's back in here in the second half.
His 3rd point, 4th point of the game. As much as the Knights have been called for way more fouls, they've shot way more free throws, interestingly enough. A lot of these are not shooting fouls. They're just on the floor. Underneath to Swillis, who finds himself in good position but can't capitalize, gets the rebound, goes up with it again, and now they're going to call a foul. I
believe that's a foul on Cubitt.
Is that Cubitt? It's hard to see the angle and
I thought I saw 1-1, and so I'm hoping it was 21.
Swillis misses the first shot. Yeah, I would say it was a 1-1. It could have only been Kenny Gonzalez or Dylan Cubitt with the numbers.
Just saw Cubitt talking with the ref, so the ref explaining what happened there.
Moore and Love are going to come in. Swillis sinks the 2nd free throw. 11-point lead rather for the Knights.
Cubitt with 4 points, heads to the bench.
9:30 remaining here in this playoff matchup. Bradley with the ball. up over to Kevin Moore, who finds an open Kenny Gonzalez with the incredible alley-oop layup. Kenny Gonzalez standing at only 5'10", I believe.
Great pass, just in the right spot by Kevin Moore.
Or 6 foot rather. He came soaring in.
Yeah, the Knights took advantage of that last press by the Lancers.
Kenny Gonzalez, great defense there, swats the ball away, and a wide open Keave Love for the missed layup and dunk back from KJ Bradley, who's gonna get the foul for hanging on the rim, it looks. 2 shots.
A 2-shot technical.
For the Lancers. Excitement drops to frustration so quickly there. It looked like Love might have backed off on the dunk in between and is unable to capitalize.
He looked like he was uncertain of what to do on a breakaway there. But KJ Bradley flying from behind.
Although I think you could make an argument he might have been pulling up in concern about another player coming up from behind
That's
him.
what I thought was going on. I mean, it looked like he did a little bit of a pull-up, which is the no-no.
He could have just hung there for a little bit, but he did pull up. Maybe that's where that's where the line is crossed.
That's where you really you see the refs kind of pull. It was when they kind of do a little bit of that action. The pull-up action is, and does KJ? Yeah, KJ gets a personal foul on that too, so that's his 4th foul.
Wow.
Yeah, that's his 4th foul.
Shinar Havorian, 86% from free throw, nails both free throws. And now the Lancers have the ball, down by 13.
And I guess I'm a little bit surprised that Coach Charlins has left Bradley in right now.
Abdul Rahman driving in on Kenny Gonzalez, gets some space, nails the open jumper.
Nice step back by Rahman.
It's Keave Love with the ball. Bradley, the Knights' leading scorer with 4 fouls. As you said, surprisingly, is staying in the game.
Yeah, with 8 minutes left.
Bradley with the ball, takes the 3. No good, rebound Love. He's gonna kick that out to Bradley. With a fresh shot clock, they're gonna slow it down. 11-point lead here for the Knights. Blocked. Going up for the mid-range block, but he gets the ball back, takes the second shot off the glass and in. After all of that, ending in 2 points for the Knights from no other than KJ Bradley.
What an exchange there. I was kind of surprised, too, that the ref didn't blow a foul on Watkins there right before Bradley's shot. So he sure seemed to get bumped, but that turned out fortuitously. I guess a word that I like here for.
Said it a few times. Well, things have been quite fortuitous tonight for the City Knights, so you are not wrong. 13-point lead here with 7:28 remaining. KJ Bradley with that shot becomes the leading scorer in the game now.
12 points for Bradley in the second half here.
What a second half for him. 4 fouls, though. He's kind of walking on a tightrope for the rest of this game now. And he is still in.
There's a lot of time left, too, Joe. We've seen leads in this game, in this very game, up and down. So
that is right.
I would be very surprised if Coach Fraser for the Lancers doesn't try to run something at Bradley.
Watkins with the ball, covered by Love. He loses it, steps out of bounds, and that's Knights ball. Every turnover here on out for the Lancers is just a crucial moment that leads to the end of their season. And there's a turnover on the Knights. Inbounded off the leg of Keave Love, out of bounds.
Good defense by Love, followed by just an errant pass, inbound pass by Crawford. I don't know why they were sending Kenny Gonzalez long on that one.
As Watkins going up against Crawford. No fouls called, no points scored. Knights ball. Crossing the 7-minute point here. KJ looking for Crawford underneath the basket, just off his fingertips. The ball is going to go back to the Lancers.
I almost thought that what looked like a sort of a nonchalant attempt at a save by Crawford was going to get in there to Kevin Moore, but no.
Lancers with the ball. Driving all the way into the basket into Kenny Gonzalez. That was Caden Fine. It looked like it could have been a block.
Yeah, well, it could have been a block or a jump ball. I thought that Gonzalez had the ball pinned when he went up with it finally, but I guess there was something else that our non-referee eyes didn't see.
That was a wild block. It's almost some blocks are so aggressive, maybe the ref just has to call the foul at that point, or thinks it's a foul.
Yeah, I don't know what the case was on that one. From my angle, it looked like it should have been a jump ball, which would have been a Lancers possession since the arrow's in their favor right now.
Caden Fine misses the first free throw. Second one is good. Knights 64, Lancers 52. And the press is being pressed.
Yeah, that's not
where you want to be here. There's Green. The Knights do break it against all odds. And now they're setting something up here on offense. There's Love with the ball. Over to Green, who takes the three. No good, but they call the foul. That's going to send Green to the line to shoot three. Big play there.
Yeah, that's goes without saying, but you don't want to foul a guy shooting a three.
75.9% for Green, gets the first one. Second shot is good. And it's a demoralizing thing to see 3 free throws for the opposing team.
Green had 9 points in that first half. That was his first points of the second half.
Watkins, their leading scorer, looking for something here. Caden Fine with the ball, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Lancers got to do something. Fine making some spins, drives to the basket, no good. Good defense from Kevin Moore. Out of bounds, Knights ball.
Good defense there by the Knights.
The press from the Lancers has been causing the Knights a bit of issue here, but that was a smooth break. Wide open, Keave Love.
Lets the man go through and then gets the reverse.
Patient with that basket there, patient.
Yeah, nice pass by Al Green. Yeah, even a better outlet off the press by Alex Crawford.
There's Watkins driving right to the basket. He gets an open lane around Green, gets the layup, timeout. Lancers.
Lancers taking a timeout, trying to regroup here after that bucket. A little bit of a box score here for you. KJ Bradley 14, but he's got 4 fouls, as we've been saying. Keave Love 12, Al Green 11, Alex Crawford 10. 4 players in double figures there for the Knights. Kevin Moore, Dexter Stratton, Kenny Gonzalez, and Dylan Cubitt all contributing on offense. On the Lancers side, it's Watkins 15, Abdur Rahman 13, and then Caden Fine with 7, Vasquez 6, Chenner Havorian also 6, Swillis and Lumpkin with 5 and 2. So the bench for the Lancers being forced to do a little bit better than they did against their win in the first round against LA Southwest, when their bench scored a total of 3 points in the game. And back to the press.
All right, so there's Kevin Moore with the ball.
Here comes the trap.
He's able to break through it. Alex Crawford dunking from what felt like the free throw line. After a falling Lancer is unable to play defense, and then back on the other end with a block. KJ Bradley has it. Crawford driving into the basket, kicks it out to Green. Kiave Love with the open 3, and that is a moment for this Knights team and this season where it feels like they can almost do anything right now. The bench gets cleared.
The bench gets cleared with 4 minutes and 55 seconds. They're supposed to wait another 5 minutes for that to happen, but
I can't blame them. They are excited.
No, did you? Well, Coach Charlins was as excited as they were, running down the bench and yelling. The Knights, so the Lancers kind of forced now to press the ball. Looks like the first couple times the Knights had some trouble with it, turnovers, getting caught on the side in the trap, but a little bit of an adjustment, sending Alex Crawford down to the middle. Just started opening up those wings. Long pass, a couple passes down, and then a 3. What do you know?
There it was. You couldn't help but it was just highlight after highlight for the Knights. After Alex Crawford's dunk, Watkins tried to get the momentum back really quickly, and it just Crawford said no sir.
Yeah.
You're not taking this back. This is our house. This is our game. And the Knights now with a 19-point lead with 4:55 remaining. And if you believe in momentum, all the momentum on their side.
Got to play and not foul at this point. You don't want to.
Abdur Rahman misses the shot. Watkins with a good putback.
Wow, Watkins was up over everybody for that putback there. Here comes Crawford. The press again.
Inbound to Love. They kind of over-trap there. Leaves Crawford wide open, who drives right into the basket, and he gets another layup. If KJ Bradley started the runaway, then Alex Crawford is most certainly finishing it over these past few minutes. Off the hand, blocked, and then kind of off the foot of Love, but Knights corral it. Bradley takes the 3, no good. Rebound Swillis. Lancers with the ball, down by 21, or down by 19 rather. Shadar Havorian gets Crawford up, unable to make the basket now. Now he gets the ball back at 3, takes it in and out.
2 heartbreakers there for Chenner Havorian.
Bradley with it now.
A little bit more deliberate.
Running the clock, slowing it down, up by 19. Finds a wide open Al Green underneath the basket. What a pass. Extends their lead to 21. There goes Watkins with a great move up and over Alex Crawford.
That guy has some serious handles, and he knows how to finish at the rim. That one with his left hand. He's got 19 points, and Abdur Rahman 13, but no help from anyone else, and just an explosive offense for the Knights here in the second half. Lots of points off of turnovers. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of even there. It's kind of hard to imagine that's how that went. 17 turnovers for Pasadena, 10 turnovers for City. City shooting 30 of 52, so 57%. Up and over their field goal percentage for the year. 5 of 13 for 3. Could be a little bit better there, but no one's arguing. And then 12 of 15 from the line. You're going to like that kind of every day.
Alex,
yeah, go ahead.
They started running that press, and as you said before, it was working for the Lancers for a couple possessions there. But Alex Crawford decided that's not what you're going to do to us anymore. And if I'm the Lancers, I don't know if there's anything scarier than Alex Crawford running full court, running full speed at the 3-point line.
Yeah. Well,
and him in space.
Yeah, he's done a really good job, too, on that press, as I said, receiving that ball at the free throw line and then turning and finding one of his players streaking up the sideline or, taking it himself a bit. But the Knights have done a good job against the press.
Inbound here to Crawford. Over to Moore. They do have to break it. Deep pass to Green to open Kiave Love, who makes a good stop, but is unable to score there. He was in great position to get an easy basket. There's Watkins doing what he's been doing.
Handles for days.
Love with the ball up to Green. There's Kevin Moore, alley-oop. Oh, and mistimed by Crawford, and he still gets the shot, though.
Love the second effort there by Crawford.
Did not lose focus. There's Amon.
Crawford came awfully close to getting a foul on that one.
Abdur-Rahman unable to get the three-pointer there. Green with the ball across court to Kevin Moore, who's driving into the basket. Left-handed layup, no good. Rebound, Caden Fine. This game has been very fast-paced now. I believe the Lancers, rightfully so, trying to get as many shot opportunities as possible, but the Knights are getting plenty of opportunities themselves.
Yeah, and the one thing the Knights don't want to do is foul at this point, but I'm not one to say it that quickly, but it seems kind of academic now, Joe.
Caden Fine sinks the free throw. Inbound from Kevin Moore here to Crawford. Finds Bradley to Green to the rim. 2 points, Knights. The ball lost from Swillis. Dylan Swillis loses the ball, and the Knights are now going to inbound it again.
Yeah, despite having 10 team fouls to 5 for the Lancers, they just really have not been able to take advantage of that and get to the line, slowing the ball game down.
It's Bradley to Crawford. Crawford's just going to take it over the line himself. Going to be a block there from Dylan Swillis.
Sending Crawford to the line. Alex Crawford. Oh, no. Sorry, excuse me. That's only the 6th-team foul.
Crawford putting in work, but gets fouled there by Dylan Swillis.
Now shooting.
That puts him at 7. One more, yes, or that puts him at the 1-and-1.
Yeah. So now I can say what I was going to say. Alex Crawford's first free throws of the game.
Here it is.
Hard to believe he's been at the rim so many times and, part of so many of those plays that he hasn't gotten fouled. But
first shot is good. And that puts him as the leading, or he was already leading scorer at 16, extends his evening to 17. One more shot here. Sinks it. Crawford, an almost unbelievable 8 for 9 from the field. 17 points. 2 for 2 from the line, or 18 points rather. Great defense from Keave Love, thrown over the rim, but gathered by Dylan Swillis. And that's going to be a foul on, is that Alex Crawford, and that's going to send Swillis to the line to shoot 2.
That'll be Crawford's 3rd foul. But yeah, what a play by Keave Love to block that down deep.
Crawford's only missed bucket is a 3-point attempt. He is 8 for 8 from inside the 3-point line. And I don't know. Vince, I'm not great at math. Is 8 for 8 efficient from inside the 3-point line, would you say?
I would say, Joe, that's very efficient.
Nice. About as efficient as you can. Crawford with the rebound. There's Green with the ball. Throws it away, stolen by, is that Watkins there? Now Abdur Rahman with the open transition 3, and he sinks it. Quick inbound by the Knights. Bradley with the ball now. They got some opportunities. Wide open. Keave Love with the lay-in.
Great look by KJ Bradley to get it to a flying Keave Love.
It's fine, missed 3. Abdur Rahman with the 3. Rebound Love. And with less than a minute left, this game is all but over, and it looks that Pasadena's season is going to end here tonight in San Diego versus the 2 seed City Knights. Will move on and play here against Allen Hancock, who they defeated by, was it about 8 or 10 or something like that?
11
this year.
Joe?
11. I was close but wrong.
Yes, you were.
Dylan Swillis with a quick layup. 20 seconds remaining, still pushing the press, giving everything they have in their season. That's going to be a foul. They will play Allen Hancock here in Harry West Gym next Saturday, March 9th at 7 p.m.
7 p.m. seems to be the hour for these games. And something that the Knights have been looking for all season was a chance to get back to that Elite 8. And they're going to have that chance next week here at Harry West Gym.
Last season, they did not get the opportunity to host that game. They lost to Fullerton, who ended up becoming state champions in a very close matchup at Fullerton. So this time they get to stay at home, control home court advantage. And that's going to be the last rebound of the evening. KJ Bradley brings it up, and that is it. 87-69 here at Harry West Gym. The Knights win over the Pasadena City Lancers. That is going to send the Knights to the 3rd round of the playoffs to host Allen Hancock here at home.
Hancock being the number 10 seed in the bracket, in the South region, excuse me. Yeah, the Knights played them in, I believe, their own tournament up there at home, the Home Motors Tourney back in November, and beat them 78-67. So that's what's going to be happening next week as the teams do the congratulation line. The Knights, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing a team that seems to know that this is where they're supposed to be. Not overly celebratory, winning this first playoff game, but also kind of focused on what they need to do. Yes, and
the Allen Hancock upset Santiago Canyon earlier this evening, who was the 7/8 seed, 7 seed, 8 seed.
They were the 7th seed.
7th seed.
They were the 7th seed, and yeah, let me pull that score up. 62-55 was that, and we saw the Knights tonight score 87 points. And that powerhouse is what Alan Hancock is going to need to be facing here at home here. So the Knights definitely seem to be rolling. That second half, they shot. See, didn't shoot all that bad, in the first half. 53% to 60% in the second half, but shooting pretty well. A little bit off their game from three, 31%, usually 35%, 56% from the field though. The inside game, getting to the rim, and again the Alex Crawford, dunks, very high percentage shots, and you're going to do really good when you are getting those shots. Taking a look at at Pasadena, just a quick wrap up of their players. Miles Watkins leading things with 21 points. Dean Abdur-Rahman who got some nice shots there in the second half, ended up with 16. Caden Fine with 10, playing quite a bit of minutes with Jalen Vasquez out injured in that first half. Dylan Swillis 8, Tijan Lumpkin 2, and Chenner Havorian 6 points. Running down the Knights, we've kind of been talking about it, but Kiave Love, the big scorer tonight for the Knights with 19 points. Alex Crawford 18, Al Green 15, KJ Bradley 14 after only having 2 in the first half. So I thought that was a pretty influential game. The Knights caused 18 turnovers for Pasadena, committing 11 of their own. The foul differential, not too bad. 15 for the Knights, 12 for Pasadena. But a lot of fouls there in the second half, at least early for the Knights, and Charlins wasn't too happy about that. Well, as we've said, it's Alan Hancock, the number 10 seeds, coming into Harry West Gym the 9th of March, next Saturday, for the finals, the regional finals. I guess I should say the South Region final of the 3C2A championship tournament.
We're going to try to get an interview with a player here. And
we see him heading into the training room. And
yes.
We'd love to have him coming this direction.
The leading scorer, Kiave Love, is who we're looking for. But with that, we'll take a little quick break.
And see if we can get the player out.
You can check out more about this game and any other game and anything else going on at SD City College at sdcitytimes.com. We are here after the playoff victory of the SD City Knights, 87-69 over the Pasadena City Lancers, with Kiave Love leading scorer. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
So you had a big night tonight. Top scorer, 19 points. How'd you feel out there tonight?
Oh, man, we felt great out there, man. We've been working all week, getting ready for playoffs. We're just trying to run through to get to state.
So close first half, only up 4. Mm-hmm. After having like a 10-point lead there at the end of the first half, mm-hmm. They kind of came back.
Yeah, they kind of came back.
They kind of came back. What did you guys feel like at halftime? Did you guys feel like you still had momentum, or
We felt pretty okay about it. Yeah, they came. We felt pretty okay about it. Yeah, they came back a little bit. But we went into halftime. We fixed the mistakes that we had made. Some transition defense. We got to stop them on transition and get some more blockouts. They had 8 offensive rebounds at halftime, so that's unacceptable. So we had to change that up, and I feel like the second half we came out and did it.
Mm-hmm. That second half, both KJ Bradley and Alex Crawford kind of turned it up.
Oh, yeah.
KJ only 2 points in the first half, but then plus 12 in the second half to end with 14. Mm-hmm. When he's kind of struggling a little bit it sometimes doesn't even feel like he's struggling because he's helping in other ways. But what do you think he's doing to try to contribute when he's not contributing on the points?
Man, he contributes everywhere, man. He brings energy for us, all the guys on the team. He plays defense really hard. He's a playmaker, not just a scorer. Even if he's not scoring as much, he's playmaking. He's having good assists. He's making good reads. He's doing everything right.
The press in the second half, the Lancers got behind, had to start pressing. You guys had a couple turnovers, some traps in the side, in back there, but you seemed to get it straight. How did that work? That you guys kind of then just kind of flipped the switch on them?
Man, we were working on press breaks all week. We know every team in the state is going to want to press us. They're going to try to rattle us and everything, but we work on our press breaks every day at practice. We're ready for it, and we just got it happen. We made it happen.
Yeah, it seemed like Alex Crawford receiving the ball there at the
in the middle,
free throw line, in the middle, just kind of opened up the wings.
Yeah, cleared up everything for us so we can attack lanes, everything, fast breaks, all that.
Great. So tell us about your free throw shooting.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I saw you working earlier, mostly around the three, but your free throw shooting, you must take some big pride in that, almost shooting 90% from the line.
No, I take a big pride in free throws. I feel like if I can't make a free throw as a guard my size, then I just shouldn't be playing right now, man. I work on free throws every day, every practice.
So,
it's a big thing.
Have you missed 2 free throws in a row this season?
It was so disappointing, man. I was shocked myself.
Vince, don't rub it in. They won. They won. Don't rub it in.
I know. I'm not rubbing it in.
I hit the next one. So, hey,
yes,
man,
you
I had
did.
to make up for it.
Yes, you did. But I knew that that's not going to rattle someone who's shooting 90%. But it was an anomaly. We were like, I don't think, Joe, that we'd seen it all year that you'd missed 2 in a row.
Man, I had to check my hands after. I was like, man, what's going on?
But you know what? After you missed that free throw, after you missed those 2 free throws, you came out and Alex had his 2 big plays, the dunk and the block, and then you came back and you had that 3-pointer.
Oh, man.
And I think everyone in the room stood up. We're like, how are you thinking through that? You're not thinking you just trust your hands, like just take the shot?
Shooters have to shoot, man.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, if you miss the last one, you got to keep shooting the next one. You never know what's going to fall.
Because that 3-pointer was it wasn't the moment that won the game, but it was kind of the moment.
We had the dunk, the block. We had to come down and finish it for the.
You had to make the 3, and you did not. Yeah, that's what you got to put in your head, right? I have to make this 3, and everyone expected you to make it, and there it was. It was a beautiful moment for all of us tonight.
So did you hear about who you're going to be playing next week?
No, I didn't actually.
Alan Hancock.
Alan
Hancock beat Santiago Canyon by
7. 62-55.
Yeah, by 7 tonight.
Okay.
So you're going to be playing Alan Hancock, who you played earlier in the season.
Yeah, in the preseason.
And beat by, I believe, 11.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling now getting this first playoff game out and then getting to this regional final?
Man, we feel good, man. I feel like we're going to go on a real run for the state. I'm feeling good about it.
Great.
How did you feel coming into this game when it came to, I know last week there was really high energy and you guys kind of started off a little bit having trouble getting the ball in the basket.
Yeah.
And today, how did you try to change anything like that? What did you try to calm things down a little bit more? Or
man, we just got to keep playing our game. Whether shots fall or not, we got to trust ourselves. We can't keep second guessing. If a couple shots don't fall, we can't just stop shooting. We just got to keep trusting ourselves and keep working.
That's right. And you know what? You're 25-4 now. I think you can trust yourself. You guys are doing all right.
Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good.
Well, thank you so much for coming and sitting with us. Congratulations again, and
thank you.
Good luck against Alan Hancock.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week.